Joy Selvakumari, Assistant Professor, Department of Physical Education, Health Education and Sports, College of Arts and Science, Pudukkottai. Today, we are going to discuss about the subject Foundation and History of Physical Education. In that, we are going to discuss about meaning and definition of education, aims and objectives of education, meaning and definition of physical education, aims and objectives of physical education. First of all, let me start with the meaning of education. Before we enter into physical education, as a physical education students, we should know little about education. What is education? Education, it is in Latin, it means drawing out from within. So what is inside has to be come out. So education helps your inborn talent. It brings out the capability of yourself, and it helps you to shine well in any area which you are interested. It is a doing phenomenon also. It can take place in classroom, library, home, playground situations, or in a gymnasium. So education can be done in any place. So in classroom, a teacher can teach you. In library, from the books you can learn. In the home, your parents, your grandparents can teach you. In the playground, a coach can teach you. In a gymnasium, a trainer can do. Likewise, it can take place in any place, and it provides opportunity to acquire knowledge. Education provides a person an opportunity to acquire knowledge about the subject he is dealing with. According to Swami Vivekananda, the definition of education can be said as a continuous process of learning and development of personality that occurs throughout one's lifespan. So, education is a continuous process of learning. So, it throughout our lifespan, we can have education. We learn each and every day, and it helps us to develop our personality. He explained in such a way that it is a continuous process of learning and development of personality. As long as we learn, we keep in touch with our education, with our subject, it develops our personality throughout our lifespan. Aims and objectives of education. There are so many objectives of education, but we are going to talk about a little things, few things alone. That is mental health, worthy use of leisure time, good citizenship, ethical character, vocation. Mental health. Mental health is a sound mind in a sound body. So a person through education, he can have a good mental health, that he will be able to take proper decisions. He won't be confused. He will be very strong in his mind. The second one is worthy use of leisure time. Education helps a person to use his leisure time in a worthy way. He can read books, he can browse through internet, he can learn so many things in his leisure time, and that is a worthy thing. Instead of gaming, instead of wasting his time in unnecessary things, he uses his leisure time in a worthy way. Good citizenship. The next aim and objective is good citizenship. Education makes a person a good citizen to a country. He becomes a good citizen by a normal behavior and social behavior towards his neighbors and everyone. There is a saying that look at that person, by his deeds itself we can say he is an educated person. So likewise, education helps a person to be a good citizen in his locality. Ethical character. Ethical character. Education helps a person to have ethical character. That means he won't have any favorites. He treats everyone equally. He respects everyone. He is more honest and loyal, and he is having a good trait of being human. Next, last objective of education is vocation. Vocation, it is a strong impulse or inclination to follow a particular activity or career. Education helps a person to follow and a particular activity or to have a strong impulse towards his career. Coming to physical education. So we have learned something about education, and now we are coming to physical education. This is the most important thing and we all should know about it. First of all, physical. What does physical means? Literally meaning it is body. When education, physical plus education when combined, it stimulates individual physical and intellectual capacity. When it is combined, that is physical activities and education activities are combined, it stimulates individual physical and intellectual capacity, and it it is a complete process of education through big muscle activity. What when combined, it stimulates individual physical and intellectual capacity and it is a complete process of education through big muscle activity. What does it results in? So when physical and education, physical activities and education activities are combined, it results in the following things. A person can be physically fit. So naturally, when you are doing a physical activity, you become physically fit, and a person can be mentally alert. He can become mentally alert to all the activities. His reflex and everything will be motor activities, everything will be in an alert stage, and he will be a very fast tasking person. A- the third one is a person can be emotionally balanced. He won't get stressed so much. So a physical education student can be emotionally balanced. He balances everything. He takes care of himself in such a way that he doesn't get angry so soon. He doesn't get tense so soon. He balances his emotions. He doesn't outbreak himself so soon. And the fourth one is a person can be socially adjustable. Physical education students can be socially adjustable. They are adjustable in the society. They mingle with everyone in a better way. They are friendly to everyone. They come forward and doing all the activities. So because they are physically fit, they help each everyone in all the activities. For example, a physically fit student can help to lift a heavy weight things more than 10 kgs, which is suppose a old person cannot lift it, they will help them. So they are socially adjustable, and he is morally true. A person can be morally true. He is true to everyone. A person can be spiritually uplifted also. So not only he is physically fit, mentally alert, emotionally balanced, socially adjustable, and morally true, he is spiritually uplifted. Um, his divine character is uplifted through physical education. Coming to the definition of physical education, according to Brownell and Hangman, physical education is an accumulation of wholesome experience through participation in muscular activities that promote optimum growth and development. So, it is an wholesome experience, that is using the all the parts of the body and training all the parts of the body through physical education promotes optimum growth and development. It is a wholesome development, he says. Wholesome experience also, actually, it can be a wholesome development. According to Lumpkin, physical education is a process through which an individual claims optimal physical, mental, and social skills and fitness through physical activity. By physical education, an individual can claim optimal physical fitness, mental fitness, and social skills through the activities of physical education. Aims of physical education. Well, according to Brownell and Lumpkin, we have learned something about the physical education. Brownell said it is wholesome experience, and Lumpkin said it is it involves mental, social, moral, physical development. He can a person physical learning physical education can have a mental, social, spiritual upliftment. The same way applies here also. It is the main aim of physical education is a wholesome development of an individual, which includes mental development, social development, moral development, spiritual development, physical development, and emotional development. The objectives of physical education can be categorized under six major things, that is physical development, neuromuscular development, psychological development, social development, moral development, and educational development. First of all, what is physical development? The first objective is physical development. The growth and development of an individual improves function of various systems of the body, improves strength and stamina. So the physical development objectives are mainly considered for the growth and development of an individual, and it includes uh, the various system of the body can function well through physical development. So that is physical development or the physical activity, and the physical activities can develop the strength and stamina of an individual. The second objective, that is the psychological development, is it improves interest and attitude. It improves the ability to control stress and strain. Psychological development is the mental development, mind development, a stable mind. So a stable mind improves the interest and attitudes of a individual, and the individual can improve his ability to control stress and strain in the difficult situations. That through physical activity, the psychological development occurs, and it is the one of the major objective of the physical education. Neuromuscular development. Neuromuscular development means it improves the coordination of nerves and muscular system, develops well poised body, quick and efficient movement, graceful execution of motor activities, develops proficiency in work. So when physical activity is done, it can improve the coordination of nervous system as well as the muscular system. And because of this he will have a good poised body, and he will be um, good in quick and efficient movement, and he will have a good execution of motor activities, and he naturally it develops his proficiency in work. The fourth objective is social development. That social development means develop the leadership quality, improves to work in group and society. So already what we studied in education, as well as the definitions, what Hangman and Lampkin said, they have a social quality, they have a leadership quality, they train a group, they lead a team, they mingle with everyone, they accustom themselves in the society, they come forward to help everyone. Likewise, a physical education student, or when a physical activity is done, not only with the physical education students, whoever is doing a physical activity, they have a social development. So when they are walking, they get socially mingled with everyone. When they go for a jog, they mingle with everyone. They go for a go to a gym, there they mingle with everyone. So likewise they have a capacity to work in group and society. Educational development. um, Educational development, it helps to understand the health problems and their prevention, improving the intellectual quality. mm, Develops knowledge of various subjects like sociology, psychology, management training, and injury management, etc. The first one is an educational development, and the objective is a person, an individual can understand his health problems and prevent the any disorders which occurs to him or to any people. He can treat them also. um, he can know about his health, he through a physical activities, physical education activities. It can improve his intellectual qualities also. Mm, it helps in developing the knowledge about various subjects also. So not only in physical education, it not only deals with physical education, physical activity alone, it includes the subjects like sociology, psychology, management training, injury management. Likewise we can say it is a um, combination of so many subjects. And he develops a physical education student can develop himself through this. Then the last but not the least is the moral development of self-control, fearless, develops the sportsmanship, improves personality. Development of self-control means he is able to control himself. He can face any situation uh, when it is critical. It develops his sportsmanship, and it also improves his personality. So this is what we learned from the definition and of education and physical education, and we have learned about the aims and objectives of education and physical education. Hope you can understand this well. Thank you.